He roams around like a ravenous lion seeking who he may devour. And no matter where they hide, there'll be nowhere to run when Jesus puts his mighty foot on the ground. This is when the riots are all happening. They've got everybody locked down. It looks apocalyptic. Press the button. Earth to God. Come in, God. Boop. Earth to God. Come in, God. That's what was in my head when I woke up. And I went like, bang, right this. Earth to God came to me because it was 2020. This is when the riots are all happening. They've got everybody locked down. All the concerts got stopped. My kids are trying to learn virtually. They're telling us to keep your mask on to go on the all that crap's going on. The world's on fire. It looks apocalyptic. And one morning I woke up, like the 5th day in a row, I hadn't taken my pajamas off, because why? Because no, you can't go anywhere anyway. I'm like, this is not right at all. And I had this image that popped into my head of like an old man, like a World War II guy, sitting in front of one of them old CB radios where the microphone comes up like this, like on MASH. Remember that show, that old CB, and they're pressing the button? Like a guy hailing God through a CB radio. That's what was in my head. Going, press the button. Earth to God. Come in, God. Boop. Earth to God. Come in, God. That's what was in my head when I woke up. And I went, Earth to God. Come in, God. And I thought, well, he's right there. I'm like, I talk to you all the time. I know you're right there. Like, he's literally right there. You just have to you have to reach out to him, SOS him, and he will respond. He'll go, this is God. Come back, Earth. And I thought, wow, what a thing. And I just went, okay, I got to grab a guitar. And that one felt like I had been hit on the back of the head with a hammer. Like, bang, right this. And so I just went and grabbed a guitar. I told my wife, I'm going to be upstairs for a minute. And about an hour later, I had Earth to God. And I put that one out. And the whole place just went, yes, that's the lyric we needed to hear. And I'm not putting them out to get another plaque on the wall. That just doesn't really mean anything to me at this point. It's how many millions of people can I get to hear something that I think they should hear? Earth to God was the first strike on that one, like bam, it hit. And then the second one was Progress, and that's when Biden's in the White House and gasoline's going through the roof, and I don't remember, lumber, like a 2x4 cost $24 or whatever it was. And I went, man, if this is progress, they can stick their progress where the sun don't shine, as I'm walking around the Home Depot talking, mumbling to myself, and sat in my truck, and I went, oh, that's a song. Stick your progress where the sun don't shine. Keep your big mess away from me and mine. If you leave us alone, well, we'd all be just fine. So stick your progress where the sun don't shine. I wrote that down on a piece of paper in my truck and went home. Called a couple of songwriting buddies, still during COVID. Got on the computer and we wrote the verses and I put it out, and it was number 1 for 2 weeks and knocked Lizzo and Beyonce out. Then came Revelation, which is, I think, maybe when you really probably saw what I was swinging at. And this song is not even a song. Yes, it has music, and yes, I'm singing it. But what the lyrics of that song are taken directly from the pages of the Bible itself. I just figured out how to make them rhyme. That's all it is. This is what it says. Make that into a song where people can absorb what this is saying through music. And as you watch very wicked people, extremely vile, wicked human beings that carry out the devil's mission on this planet, because that's their daddy. That's their father. The father of lies is what he's called. But they believe that he's going to win in the end. That's why they serve him. And they are more devout than almost any Christian you will ever meet. The real McCoy Satan worshipers are so devout. I mean, it'd put a Christian to shame, their level of devoutness. Most Christians. They are dead serious about it, and they believe they're going to win. And so the battle of good and evil, when you start talking about, is that real? It ain't like the battle of good and evil like in Star Wars. It's legit good and evil. And evil believes it will win. And so that spiritual warfare that the Bible talks about in many, many, many places is as serious as a heart attack. We are only separated, it says, from the spirit by what's referred to as the veil. There's a thin veil between you and I sitting here right now, physically looking and speaking to each other, and literally whatever else is standing in this room that has been assigned to you and I to make sure we accomplish what it is we're supposed to accomplish. There's some big old muscled up whatevers, angels standing around us because we belong to him and we're doing what he tells us to do. So we got a security team, right? We can't see them, but you can see the results of what happens. So things that happen in the spirit then manifest into the flesh, like wars in heaven, wars in the spirit, struggles that are going on that are just on the other side of that veil manifest themselves in culture and in war and in all kinds of things that happen on the earth. Well, I had never heard that talked about in a song. How do you even make a song about that? Where do you begin? Right. But I thought, I've got a chorus rolling in my head, and I know where that came from. So I'm going to sit down and see what happens. And again, it was less than 2 hours, and I had this song Revelation written.
You wrote that in less than 2 hours?
Yep. I mean, you talk about bolt of lightning. Yes, sir. And then I pulled out my iPhone and sang it into my voice notes, and then put my earbuds in and walked around the house for over an hour with it on repeat, just listening to it over and over and over. And chill bumps are coming up on my arms. And that's my voice. I don't give myself chill bumps. So it wasn't about me singing it. It was like, that's it. Like it was him putting it through me onto that page and go, I want people to hear this. I want you to say that. I can read you the lyrics. You want to hear the lyrics?
Absolutely.
For people that haven't heard it. And if anybody wants to go, just go on YouTube and look up John Rich Revelation. It says, dancing in the flames, the people cursed his name, bowed at the altar of the father of lies. But there's a number to their days and all their evil ways. The Lord's going to turn away from all their cries. Oh, Revelation, I can feel it coming like a dark train running. Oh, get ready, 'cause the King is coming. The King is coming back again. Brimstone upon their heads, millstones around their necks. They'll feel the shaking when the trumpet sounds. And no matter where they hide, there'll be nowhere to run when Jesus puts his mighty foot on the ground. Oh, Revelation, I can feel it coming like a dark train running. Oh, get ready, 'cause the King is coming. The King is coming back again. And then it tags the song with, so wrote the prophet John, who wrote Revelation. So wrote the prophet John, before his days were done. The King is coming, and it won't be long.
I love it.
That's the lyrics of Revelation. So all of that is what it says, what the Bible says. It says that they will be utterly and completely destroyed in the end. But up until that point, they're running ravenous and loose all over this earth. Says the devil roams around as a ravenous beast, seeking who he may destroy, who he may devour, is what it says. He roams around like a ravenous lion, seeking who he may devour. That's what you're seeing in culture, Shawn. That's what you're seeing when you turn on the TV. That's what you're seeing when you see these maniacs out in the street and people doing things that seem impossible that a human could even conceptualize what that is. What they're doing to kids. What they're doing to fellow human beings, it seems impossible, and it is impossible because a human being was not meant to do that. They're only doing that because they are possessed by the spirit of their father, just like I am possessed by the spirit of mine. So I am capable of doing things that a human being is not capable of doing because it's not me doing it, it's his power and authority. If I'm willing to let him exert himself through me, that big things can happen. On the flip side, the ones that are devoted to their daddy, Satan, the devil himself, Lucifer, the dragon, when they devote their lives to him, he's able to accomplish things through them. He can dwell within them. He can make things happen outside of their own ability too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's what I mean, like things that happen in the spirit manifest in the flesh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
God and the devil are fighting. and they possess their own people, and the people are us.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.